Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your boy, and you're probably wondering what's all this white shit? Well, my room's falling apart. That's why I have been very busy in real life trying to do things that aren't videos, sadly. I want to make videos, I want to make content, but sadly I can't because of that. But there's been a bit of a break, a bit of a lull in the bullshit, and now I can bring you this this video. And speaking of this video, it's the first response in a while, and funnily enough, I think it was this subject. I feel like we've been here before. It's a bit of deja vu. Again, it's the same topic, it's the same person. Yeah, some dumb Americans at it again. Still doesn't understand holding somebody to their own standards. Still doesn't really understand free speech either. We've tried to explain this to her before, but she just doesn't seem to understand. So you're probably wondering, Mitch, why are you saying this? How is this familiar? And why do you feel deja vu? And why should we feel it too, those of you who've been here for a very long time? Well, you see, it's this. The Sarah Jeong controversy happened, where this Korean-American girl was outed as a racist. And she was hired by the New York Times. Everybody criticised them for hiring her because they would not hire her if she was white, and said this about her own people, as in Koreans, perhaps even Asians in general though. She has a lot of choice words to say about the mainland Chinese. She's Asian. They don't like each other. But regardless, the point is, if she was white, she would not be hired because she would be seen as a white nationalist, a white supremacist, a racist. But apparently, even though all of this has been noted by the newspaper, apparently it's okay. I mean, they don't condone it, but they don't really care. They probably agree with her. But I think I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself. So anyway, that happened, and Sargon made a video about it. And some dumb American, once again, so this is Sargon and the anti-sjw community being unable to stand by their own principles. Yeah, because pointing out hypocrisy is apparently hypocrisy. Alright, roll the clip.
Hey guys, let's have a chat about moral consistency, or rather, the lack thereof. Now,
SDA, my darling, how you doing? It's been a long time, hasn't it? The hair's not as nice as it was last time, but it's okay. Damn, you've really changed since the last time I did a response to you. You even got a book out. Gotta buy that merch. You're moving on in the world. What can I say? I've not released a book. Although I do wonder, with videos like this, it has me thinking, have you moved to the left? Because last time we talked, you said that you were a conservative. Now, either you've done a spino or you're a bit more complicated than the average conservative. I grant you both. I don't know. But I just don't understand what benefits you. What benefits your politics making videos like this? Who are you making this for? Are you trying to help anti-SJWs because you yourself could be considered one? Or are you trying to help the SJWs because this shit more benefits them? Or are you trying to help some conservative movement that I don't know about? I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, if Jeb Bush is a low energy conservative, then if you're still a conservative, that means you're a high carbohydrate conservative. Moral consistency. Oh, well, you know, I guess you would know about that, wouldn't you?
Obviously, you guys saw from the thumbnail. We're going to be talking about Sarah Jeong and Sargon of Akkad.
Oh, Sargon of Akkad? Damn, you can't hide your contempt for the guy. What has he done? What has Sargon done to you? I've done worse to you than Sargon. And Sarah Jeong gets less venom when you say her name than Sargon. Yeah, damn, the priorities here are a little, just a bit iffy, you know what I mean?
So, and I will just go ahead and say, this isn't aimed completely at Sargon, but Sargon's video got me cranky enough to talk about this.
You're always cranky. That's your thing. That's you.
Because the lack of consistency in the anti-SJW community right now.
Oh, it's that bloody word community again. Community. Honestly, like, there's always a community whenever there's like a particular thing these people need to say, when they can't actually give any examples other than one person who they take out of context, or they misrepresent, or they just completely misunderstand. Like, it's always the community, because it's the only way they can build up a straw man.
Is just irritating me to the point that it's making my head spin, and I'm gonna blow a gasket pretty soon, because y'all are upsetting me.
Aw, we hurt your feelings? We make you vocal fry more than usual to put you sound like a creaky door? What are you going to do? You're going to bring in the cook squad to sort Sargon and everybody else that criticises you out because you can't do it yourself? Aw, I feel so sorry for you.
So in case you don't know, I'll just go through it real quick. The New York Times recently hired Sarah Jeong, and in 2013 to 2015, she put out a series of tweets which she says are satire, basically to flip racist comments on their head, but they are racist tweets about white people. And the New York Times has put out a statement saying that they don't condone the behavior, but she hasn't done it since, and as long as she continues not to do it, she's in the clear.
I'm just wondering, right? Are you being charitable to her, or are you actually believing her? Do you honestly believe that when she made those statements, she was trolling and being satirical? Have you noticed that satire and reverse trolling is a big excuse for these people when they're outed as racists or outed to have been racist or racial at some point? Do you not think that if she's being attacked by these so-called racist trolls, because look, in the actual article, they clearly state that because she's an Asian woman, she's automatically getting loads and loads of harassment. And so in order to combat these trolls, rather than, going at them or blocking them, she decides to passive-aggressively write satirical, racist comments. Basically, she's fighting racism with racism. Fight fire with fire. Why? Why? Because think about it. If you're fighting racism with racism, then essentially you're no better than those racist trolls. And yeah, from 2013 to 2015, she said these things. But that does not mean that since then, she hasn't quite gotten rid of those views. We do not know.
Yay! Right? Right? No? What? Why not? Oh, is it because you guys aren't offended? Is it because you guys are the ones that are personally offended? Is that why you're finding it hard to evenly apply your principles?
To quoque, forgot the rest of the lyrics. Yeah, it's our principles, or some nebulous group's principles, that need to be applied equally. Not the New York Times' principles, which strangely are swept under the rug. I mean, the whole point of the discussion is that these people would not hire a white racist unless they hate themselves and other white people. That's what we're saying. Like, if these people were morally and ethically consistent, they would not hire this woman because they're supposed to be against racism. I fail to see how calling them out for that is suddenly the fault of anti-SJWs not being consistent. I know claiming that these people are offended. Well, if they are, they are. Let them be offended. And even then, what they're saying is valid about the New York Times. But you know what? The New York Times, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. Their principles, we don't talk about them. It's not their principles that need to be analysed here. It's the anti-SJWs. Obviously.
Yeah, grow up.
Going from you, that's priceless.
Seriously, even Sargon is jumping on this bandwagon of being fucking incapable of applying his own values to situations. And it's driving me up a fucking wall.
So I can't really say I'm that surprised when the New York Times hires her for their editorial board. But what I was surprised about, when all of these tweets came out and people figured out what kind of really nice person Sarah Jeong is, not the kind of hateful monster who might change a publication's editorial policy or anything, I was quite surprised when they decided to stand by this. I think that's a very bold stance by the New York Times, to declare yourselves to be basically moral lepers who can't be expected to understand right from wrong and are happy to proliferate a certain kind of racism, as long as it's racism against people that they also don't like. That's the only thing I can take from this.
Well, no, they didn't condemn her. They made excuses for her. Yes, they said, we do not condone this. It was more of a, we do not care than we condemn this. And let's be clear, this publication has their own history of saying similar things. Now, I will grant you this. It's probably wrong to say that she is still like this, because we don't really know if she has changed. But then again, it wasn't that long ago. It was only, at most, 5 years ago. You know, I'm a bit sceptical that she has changed, but I am willing to see if she actually has.
We've been fighting tooth and nail for people's old jokes or sarcasm or past behavior, whatever, to not impact their current employment opportunities, because people grow and they change as they get older. And as we all know, the internet never forgets. And we can't change that, which is why we've been fighting tooth and nail for this kind of change. And we're getting it, and all of you motherfuckers are bitching about it as if you don't want it.
It's like the last time. You do not understand the concept of holding them to their own standards, or you pretend you don't get it. for whatever reason. I really don't know at this point. People are holding the New York Times to their own standards, because these are the types of people who will use old tweets that were said long ago, regardless of context, as a justification to fire somebody or to get somebody fired that they don't like. We've seen this happen to James Gunn, Dan Harmon, Trevor Noah, loads of conservatives and other people in the centre. It's been used to attack them, to discredit them, to get them fired, to ruin their livelihoods. But when we see a publication like the New York Times not fire somebody for what they did in the past because of their race, because that's why they're not firing her, then that's hypocrisy. Because they would have done it to somebody who wasn't an ethnic minority. That's the truth. I don't particularly want to see her fired. I don't really care who they hire. I mean, yeah, she said that in the past. So what? If they want to get woke and get broke, so be it. The funny thing is, Sargon says that in his video.
And that's fine. If you want to, that's absolutely fine. I'm all for you hiring this really lovely racist, if that's what you want to do.
The fuck is wrong with you guys?
Absolutely nothing. It's not my fault your galaxy brain can't actually figure out what this concept is. I've not seen anybody other than the most vehement right-wing voice want her to be fired. The point is, we're pointing out that if she wasn't Sarah Jong, if she was Sarah Jones, it's not that hard. That does not mean, yes, fire her, we want her fired. That's just saying, well, how come you're not firing her for what she said, when all these people have been fired for what they've said, and the common denominator is their race? But I don't know. I don't have a galaxy brain like you, so you tell me.
Is this not what you want? Is it not? I mean, if she goes back to this behavior or proves herself to be truly racist, then fine, fair enough. But why not give her the same benefit of the doubt that you give everybody else? Everybody on the right wing, when they say something was satire or that something was taken out of context.
Really makes me think, why are you saying that? As if anti-sjws have a right-wing bias. Maybe the right-wing ones do, but I don't. I don't particularly have a right-wing bias. I don't have a left-wing bias either. Even though I am, strictly speaking, on the left. I don't really have a bias. I try not to anyway. I try to be fair and balanced.
Why not give her that same benefit of the doubt and give her a chance to prove herself?
And the thing is, I have given her the benefit of the doubt in this very video. Even though I don't trust her 100%, I probably trust about 1%. I still did. But that doesn't excuse her from saying that. This doesn't excuse the New York Times from being unprincipled and hypocritical. You're essentially defending them and attacking a group of people over something they've not actually said. You've not actually shown me anything yet. You're just saying this has happened and you're not backing it up. You show me a clip of Sargon and saying he's jumping a bandwagon. Well, so are you. You're jumping on the hate Sargon bandwagon.
Isn't that kind of compassion how you win people over? Or have we just forgotten that in place of being sniveling people out for revenge? I guess we have. I guess that's what you guys want to do.
Apart from being unfair to her, Sargon hasn't actually done that. He's not seeking to be insidious and nasty to these people. That doesn't mean that he's not out to talk to people. He has talked to people on the far left and the far right. He's all about that. He's all about fixing things and trying to make a dialogue. I don't think videos like yours really help that.
Because fuck moral principles. Fuck actually trying to make a change for the better. Because you guys are the ones who are offended.
Damn SDA, just so many buzzwords. The more you make videos like this, the less ironic your name becomes. This isn't the place for shit like that, isn't it? I've got to be nice to you, because we've offended you. You essentially admitted it.
Y'all are upsetting me.
It's like an offended person attacking people who she thinks is being offended. I guess this is offenceception.
By possibly, probably, something that was satire. Especially given that she has pretty much changed her behavior. And if she continues to change her behavior, then why do you care?
Has she though? I don't see anything that proves that. I don't see her saying, I was dumb and naive about white people. I apologise. Or, I used to say these things, don't anymore. Or has she actually made statements in regards to actual equality? I doubt it. I press X to doubt. Oh, because of this, you said that. Are you going to continue doing the no you fallacy at me? The 2OK fallacy? Please, stop it. Get some help.
Because think about it. If somebody had made racist jokes in the opposite direction, you wouldn't be offended, and you fucking know it. You know it. And you know if they were making jokes about something else, you wouldn't be offended. You know how I know? How many times have you guys shouted at Riley Dennis, you need to get over it, you need to quit being so offended, you need to grow a thicker skin. Well, you know what? Sargon, you guys grow a thicker skin.
But he's not offended. I'm not offended. He literally said in his video that he doesn't care. They're more than willing and able to hire people like her because it's going to destroy them. Nobody's offended, except maybe the alt-right. I'll give you that. But you know, you guys, it's just you guys. I'm not one of you alt-centrist motherfuckers. Hell no. I'm the real deal, you know. I'm my own person. Yeah, I totally didn't jump on that bandwagon. No.
Maybe learn to listen when other people you don't like say that something was satire. Maybe give them a chance.
Yeah, you totally understand how to do that. It's not like you totally misrepresented what I said about Tim all those moons ago. Yeah, you totally didn't try to misrepresent me and paint me as a censorious bastard, even though I was, again, putting out the double standards. Yet, you are the arbiter of that shit, but me and Sargon are not. We are coming from a bad place where we're trying to be nefarious and misrepresent this woman as some kind of evil racist, even though, for all intents and purposes, she could still well be. Even though I've not said that she is. I just say that she could be.
Maybe apply your principles evenly. Maybe get excited when the change that you wanted to see actually comes to fruition. But instead of being excited, you've decided to be offended. You've decided to be offended because your little fifis are hurt, because you were the butt end of a joke, because you can't take a snarky comment, because you can't handle the fact that somebody said something racist a couple years ago.
Girl, I'm not white. So it's not even directed at me, these tweets. Not all anti-sjw people are white. I think that was a language fail on your part. I don't think you literally mean it in that way. I guess you were trying to say that some people are offended on behalf of white people, but I don't see that from the more centre-leaning people. You keep saying you this, you that. You can't even give me one example of somebody actually calling for her sacking. If you can give me one, that proves that somebody is saying that. It doesn't prove the rule. It doesn't even prove a minority or a majority. But at least I know there'll be people doing that, so I can at least say, well, yeah, there you go. I can't deny that somebody's saying it. I mean, again, you said that we hurt your feelings, but you know what? You were joking. I know you were joking. You're all not sensitive at all.
Whether it was a joke, satire or not, whatever you believe. And whatever you believe she did, if she's changed her behavior, if she's changed her opinions, that matters. Even if she was racist 5 years ago. If she's changed her behavior, if she's changed her opinions, that matters.
I'm beginning to think there's two things that you've done, potentially. There's two things. Either you've misunderstood the arguments, which, well, to be fair, I think you have. But there's either you've misunderstood arguments and you've misunderstood what's been said, or you're misconstruing what is being said. Now, the first one is that you've seen a group of people talk about this, and they're talking about the New York Times hiring Sarah Jong, and how hypocritical it is, and how they stood by her, and how hypocritical that is. And you've thought that this is about her, when really it's a bit bigger than her. She's nothing more than somebody who is indicative of a trend in these types of areas, in these companies, in these fields, in these communities where far left ideology is the hegemony. Or you're deliberately misconstruing it by making it about Sarah Jong when it isn't, so you can make some kind of excuse, or you can attack people that you simply do not like. Because you got a bit of a chip on your shoulder. I think you need to relax a bit and, just, you need to actually read what people are saying. I mean, you're a writer, you're an author. You should be good at reading, right?
If she was a right-wing person, you would care. You would give her the benefit of the doubt. But because she's not, you're not doing that because you're the ones offended.
Remember when she said that I was implying shit even though I wasn't? I think here is definite implication. She's implying that the anti-SJWs are this right-wing movement, which is laughable. It's really not. It's really more centre-left, if the last surveys are to be believed. And she's saying if Sarah Jong was right-wing, they would give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the right-wingers would, but I certainly wouldn't. I would still say, well, she said these things, that's racist. People on the so-called anti-SJW community side of things are currently attacking Alex Jones and defending the corporations censoring him because he's currently being sued for defamation and he's lied in the past. Which, by the way, he has. But that doesn't mean he should be censored. Much like just because she said these things doesn't mean she should be fired or never have a job. Your mates are saying this. You know, Mundane Matt, well, I don't know if you're friends, but you're certainly a fan of his. So how come you're turning a blind eye to him, or maybe you've spoken to him, but you're attacking Sargon, who is being actually principled? I just, again, it just really makes you think.
So grow a thicker skin, you bunch of Riley Dennises.
Oh, the roast. Oh, it really hit me. Oh.
And get over yourselves. And learn to take your victories. And if you're not going to learn to take your victories, don't ever come at me acting like you give a fuck about free speech. Don't ever come at anybody else telling them to grow a thicker skin, especially you, Sargon, because clearly you're not standing by that at all.
It's not about free speech. Again, you're deflecting. It's about principles and staying true to them. And again, it's not the anti-SJWs who need to stay true to their principles. Really, the anti-SJWs attacking Alex Jones need their principles checking right now. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Jeff, and I'm calling you out, Mundane Matt, and all the other people who might be saying it. Just because he's lied, just because he may be lying about groups of people, doesn't mean he should be censored. If he has been caught lying, which he has been, but if he's been defaming people, then sue him, bring him to a court of law, but that doesn't mean he should be censored. He should be allowed to say what he wants, and if he does defame somebody, he should be arrested and fined for that, if he's been proven guilty. And the same applies to her. If she's proven to still be a racist, I still don't think she should be fired. I think that should be something that the New York Times needs to deal with, not us. I don't think we should be petitioning them to tell them what they can and cannot do with their employees. I think that's wrong. It's what the SJWs do. I think let them decide it. And they've decided, for now, to let her continue in her job. And that's fine. That's their problem. That's their decision. It doesn't really matter to me because it's going to backfire on them. But again, SDA, it's not about the free speech. It's about the principles. It's about not being hypocritical. Literally just a criticism. And it's valid. And you've not even mentioned that. You've not mentioned that. All you're doing is deflecting. You've not even given these arguments a fair chance.
Because until you learn to apply those principles evenly, you don't have a leg to stand on.
Girl, you've not been equal at all in this entire video. You've been incredibly biased. By the way, I think I finally figured out why you've misunderstood everything. You haven't been wearing your glasses recently. SDA, you need to put your glasses on. Your reading glasses, unless your normal glasses also are reading glasses. Because it's pretty clear you need them. I understand having glasses is nerdy and not a very good look to you anyway, or maybe to some other people. But they're useful tools. I can help you discern words.
But hey, I'm just some dumb American.
I'm going to refrain from the obvious joke. I've said it before.
So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. This ought to be fun. As always, if you like my channel and you would like to throw money at me after that, there's a...
Buy my book! Oh, wait. I also have merch, which regularly restarts its thing. So it's on Teespring. Links are in the description, I think. Buy my merch. Hey, she can do it, I can do it. I'm not going to be a hypocrite.
Link to my Patreon down in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
And with that, the video ends. And well, we've been here before, SDA, and you still haven't learnt your lesson from last time. I wonder what backlash I myself am going to get. Am I going to have loads of streams directed at me? Am I going to have people that I once knew come on to share their horrible stories about me, which aren't relevant at all to the topic at hand? Am I going to have, best friends come over to tell me exactly what they think about me, how wrong I am, and how much of a sycophant I am for Sargon? Now, they're totally not sycophants for you. Am I going to have a repeat of last time? Or are you going to be civil? Are they going to be civil? I don't know. Bets, guys. Place your bets. What do you think this trad is going to do? Is she going to be civil? Or is she going to create the drama again? I don't know. I guess some people would say I'm asking for it, but hey, all I am is a humble debater on the internet. So all I'm asking for is for my opinions to be taken seriously, I mean, it's only fair. Anyway, enough of the jokes. enough of that. It's been your boy. Until next time, I'll see you later.